Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to see the next chapter, number 3, Accounts of Partnership Firms Fundamentals. Before going to the chapter, let us know the meaning of in partnership firms. And let us recall the points what you are going to learn in the partnership. This information you would have known earlier in the 11th commerce, that partnership is the relationship between the two or more persons. It's known as a partnership. If it's going to be a single person, it is called as a sole proprietorship or sole tradership, we'll say it. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the meaning, definitions, features of a partnership and the partnership deed, applications of the provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 in the absence of partnership deed, final accounts of a partnership, methods of maintaining a capital accounts of a partner, interest on capital and interest on drawings, and salary and commission of the partner, interest of loan of the partner, and division of profit among the partners. At last, we are going to see about the profit and loss appropriation account. So, these are the steps we are going to follow it in this chapter. Its next thing is about the partnership meaning of a partnership. When two or more person joins together to form a business to share the profit or loss thereof to agreed ratio. You have to note the point. It is an agreed ratio. The relationship among them is called as a partnership, and this may be carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Next, according to the section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act, this is an important definition. When they say about define a partnership means, you have to write this definitions alone. According to the Partnership Act is 1932. So, according to that, the relationship between a person who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. This is the literal definition for a partnership firm. Next comes your features of a partnership. You know that partnership is an association of a two or more person. The maximum number of partners is 50. This is a one word question. Maximum number of partners is limited to 50. And in a partnership, there should be an agreement among the partners to share the profit or loss. Agreement may be oral or in writing or an implied. Implied is nothing but the views of your partners. அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க, அவங்க விருப்பப்பட்டால் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லுவோம்ல, அதுதான். The agreement must be carried on with the business and to share the profit of the business. The business may be carried on by all the partner or any of them acting for. அதாவது எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து business பண்ணுவாங்க, இல்லைனா யாராவது அவங்களுக்கு சார்பாக ஒருத்தர் ரெண்டு பேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ மற்ற பார்ட்னர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே ஒருத்தர் வந்து ஃபினான்ஸ் பார்ட்னர்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இருப்பாங்க. ஒருத்தர் வந்து they are known as, you know, the different kinds of partners, active partners, financial partners, dormant partners. These are the types of partnership partners you have learned earlier. And another thing is that it is better to be in writing. The partnership agreement can be in writing. ஏனா ரைட்டிங்ல இருந்தாதான் நமக்கு நல்லது. எந்த ஒரு பிரச்சனையா இருந்தாலும் நம்ம ஈஸியாக சால்வ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரிட்டன் டாக்குமெண்ட் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் தெம் மோர் ஃபார் அன் ஃபியூச்சர் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப். நெக்ஸ்ட் இஸ் கம்ஸ் அண்டர் த just before going to that, this do you know information. I said the maximum number of members prescribed for the partnership is 50. Here look into number is not specified prescribed in the Partnership Act 1932, but Companies Act 2013 specifies the maximum number of partners. This is very important information for you. And next thing is that partnership deed. You know the meaning of a deed. Deed is nothing but the agreement of the partnership. That is known as a deed. So, how the deed should be? It's a document in writing that contains the terms of the agreement. Terms of the agreement refers to the what ways they are going to work under, the rules, regulations. It's known as the terms of the agreement. It's not compulsory of the partnership to have a partnership deed as per the Indian Section Act 1932. That is Partnership Act. what we are saying is that it is not necessary to have the writing in, because as per the act they are saying it's not compulsory. It is our wish, we can make it whether it can be in oral or in writing, but it is desirable to have a partnership deed as it serves as an evidence in the terms of an agreement among the partners. Next comes here, what are the contents of partnership deed? Here we have read how the deed should be. Next is that how the partnership, what are the content to be? Content is that what are the things available in the document. First we will write as this is an important 3 marks question, that is partnership deed content. First we have to write at least 7 points for the partnership deed. Name of the firm, which is more important, and nature and place of the business where they are going to set up the business, date of commencement. This information also you have learned in the commerce. Name and address of the partner, capital contributions by each partner, and profit sharing ratio. Next is amount of drawings allowed by each partner, and rate of interest of capital and drawings, rate of interest of loan provided, amount of salary to be allowed, and maintenance of an accounts and audit procedures, procedure for admission, procedure for the retirement, and method of valuations of a goodwill, and appointment of an executors in case of a death of a partner. So settlement of accounts on dissolutions of the firm. These are the things you have to note it down for the partnership deed. Next comes here, what are the main applications of the provisions of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 in the absence of partnership deed? Students, you have to note this point. In the absence of, அதாவது partnership deed வந்து அவங்க ரெடி பண்ணல அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா ஒரு ஜெனரல் பிரின்சிபல்ஸ் அவசியம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். that is as per the act of 1932. So what are the rules? Means if there is no partnership deed or when there is no express statement in the partnership deed, then the following provisions to be act with repent. What are they? Means remunerations of the partner. This content is more important. Based upon this, you will have one question for the examination point of view. What does that means? Remuneration. Remuneration refers to salary. No salary or remuneration is allowed to any partners according to section 13A. You have to note down the section also. Once again I will say, when there is no partnership deed or there is no express agreement, then the following provisions will apply. Profit sharing ratio. Profit and loss are to be shared by the partners equally only according to 13B. Interest on capital. No interest is allowed to the capital where the partner is entitled to interest on capital contributed as per partnership deed. Such interest on capital will be payable only out of profit. It is according to section 13C. And interest on loan advanced by partners, it is also at the rate of 6% per annum. Note down, students, interest on loan is 6% per annum. This is a one word question. And no interest is charged for the drawings of the partners. So once again we will recall the points. Remuneration, no salary will be given. It is 13A. Profit, it is shared equally, 13B. And no interest is allowed. Interest will be payable only out of an profit only. It is 13C. And interest on loan is 6% per annum. Interest on drawings, no interest on drawings is made. But there is no section. So 13A இருந்து 13D வரைக்கும் section. அப்படியே நீ வந்து படிக்கும் போது அப்படியே வந்து லைனா படிச்சிட்டு வந்துட்டு அப்ப செக்ஷன்ஸும் மாறாம இருக்கும். Based upon this, we have one question. The same question is asked in the exercise problem also. What does that means? If A, B and C, D are the partners of the firm, there is no partnership deed. This is the main question. How will you deal with the following? A has contributed a maximum capital. He demands interest on capital is 12% per annum. Whether he is eligible? See the solution here. No interest on capital is payable to the partner. Therefore, A is not eligible to interest on capital. This information is based upon these provisions only. So you have to note these provisions very carefully. Based upon this only I am saying this. Interest on capital. Just note down. See here. This is the answer. No interest is capital for the partners. The same answer I have written it here. Next. B has withdrawn 1000 per month. Other partner B has taken interest on drawings 10% per annum. So, but B does not agree to it. Whether he is correct or not, we'll see. That is, no interest is chargeable for the drawings made by the partner. Therefore, B need not pay the interest on drawings. Next comes here. C. Loan advanced by C is 10,000. It demands interest on loan 9% per annum. A and B do not agree with this. Interest on loan என்ன procedure பார்த்துக்கோ 6% per annum தான். இங்கே வந்து they said 9%. So our answer will be interest on loan payable is 6%. So C do not get is to get the interest at only 6% per annum at 10,000. Next is that D demands salary for 5,000 per month as he spends full time for the business. B and C does not agree. What about the remuneration part? Just look into no, yes. No salary or remuneration is allowed to any partner. So your answer will be no remuneration is payable to any partner. Hence D is not entitled to salary. Why its remuneration is not provided means they does not follow any partnership deed. So their own remuneration is provided. Next question, fifth question. A demands a profit to be shared in the capital ratio, but B, C and D do not agree. What's the answer? Profit should be distributed only equally. So based upon these provisions only, the answer is going to be. And the same question is asked in the exercise problem also. Just I'll dictate the question. Just note down the answer in your classwork. This problem you can take it as an homework. Akash, it's exercise number 1. Akash, Bala, Chandru and Janin are the partners and there is no partnership deed. How will you deal with the following? So Akash has contributed maximum capital. He demands interest on capital at 10%. Your answer will be no interest on capital is payable to any partner. Just look into the answer here. Interest on capital to any partner. Therefore, Akash is not entitled to interest on capital. You have to write it in a full sentences. Here they have given A. In the exercise they have given it as Akash. It's very simple. And Bala has withdrawn 3,000 per month. Other partners asked Bala to pay interest. Drawings 8%. But Bala did not agree to it. So interest is chargeable on drawings made by no interest is chargeable to the partners. Why? Because as per the rule, no interest is charged on drawings made by the partners. So next thing is Akash demands a profit to be shared in the capital ratio, but others do not agree. Whether it's correct or not, profit should be distributed only equally, only the profit can be distributed. Next, Daniel demands salary at the rate of 10,000. He spends full time for the business. Yes, students, you have to note that you have to complete in your answer in a full manner. You should not write it as a no, yes, no, yes. You should not write it. It must be in a full manner. So, no remuneration is payable to any partner. This is the act according to section 30A. If possible, please mention the act also in bracket. No, next fifth one is loan advanced by Chandru to the firm is 50,000. He demands interest on loan at 12%. Actually, interest on loan payable is 6% per annum. So, this is the answer. Please note down your answer in your classwork by making note down of write the chapter's name first and then first write the provisions of this. It's very important. So, write the provisions like this and then start doing the problem. Next, what are the things we are going to deal with? As usual, all the accounts will end with only with the balance sheet will end with. So, trading, manufacturing account, trading and profit and loss. Profit and loss appropriations account will maintain and ends with the balance sheet. This is the procedure. we are going to make it out. Next thing is, what are the other methods we are going to make it out? Means methods of maintaining a capital account of the partners. How the capital account of the partner is maintained. First method is the fixed capital method. Under fixed capital method, capital of the partners is not altered. It remains generally fixed, but two accounts are maintained. Note down the point. In fixed capital, two accounts are maintained. One is that capital account and next is that current account. Students, you have to note this point, because based upon this only we are going to do the problem. In fixed capital method, two methods are maintained. One is the capital account, next is the current account. Now we are going to see the format of a capital account. I said it is a fixed capital method. So partners capital and next is the partners current account. So this is the method. Please write this format in your classwork. You are going to use both the side of the page. And one side debit side and the another one is the credit side. You are going to, you have a two column, inner column and outer column. Inner column and outer column, you are going to write the name of the partners. As usual, other things are same. Date, particulars, A, B refers to partner's name. Same thing will always starts with, it is a capital account, a partner's capital account. So we'll start with the capital must be only credited as per the trial balance rule. So by balance, draw down. Next comes here, what are the other things? Means it is again to cash or a bank. It is a withdrawal of a capital. Here it is cash and bank is there. It is an additional capital introduced. This is only capital information and this is the additional capital information. You have to be more careful. Opening balance is there. Here CD is nothing but closing balance. So either your balance will be this side, that is under the debit side, or under the credit side. So capital account is very easy. Capital account எப்பவுமே start பண்றது credit side தான் இருக்கணும். So balance brought down. முடிக்கிறது carry down. Opening balance இது, closing balance இது. Additional capital கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா capital பக்கத்திலே கீழே எழுதிரு. அப்போ ஏதோ ஒரு விஷயம் தான் நமக்கு இந்த சைடில் டெபிட் சைடில் இருக்கிறது தான் நமக்கு பேலன்ஸிங் ஃபிகராக கிடைக்கும். சப்போஸ் இந்த வித்ட்ராயல் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க டெபிட் சைட்னா, அப்போ கிரெடிட் சைடில் இருக்கிற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் தான் உனக்கு balancing figure இருக்கும். This is very easy. If you know the format means it is easy to do the accountancy. Again and again I am saying for each and every lesson, when you thorough the format clearly means you can able to do any sort of problem given. Next is the partners current account. நான் ஏற்கனவே சொல்லியிருந்தேன் fixed account, fixed capital account ரெண்டா நம்ம பிரிப்போம். ஒன்று வந்து partners உடைய capital account, இன்னொன்று வந்து partners உடைய current account. So what is that format for current account அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது, first current account, இங்கே ஒரு balance brought down கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, இங்கே ஒரு carry down balance கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, அங்கே அதே மாதிரி இங்கே ஒரு brought down, இங்கே ஒரு carry down, பட் எல்லாமே வந்து ஸ்டார்ஸ் போட்டிருக்காங்க. அதாவது ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் மே பி எய்தர் கிரெடிட் பேலன்ஸ் ஆர் டெபிட் பேலன்ஸ். இங்கே நல்லா ஸ்டாரில் பார்த்துக்கோங்க. நோட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் கீழே கொடுத்துருக்கிறதுல திஸ் நோட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் த 4 corners, the closing balance may be either credit balance or debit balance. அதாவது சம்மை பொறுத்து இருக்கிறது. ஓப்பனிங் வந்து டெபிட் சைடும் வரலாம், கிரெடிட் சைடும் வரலாம். அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்டாக போட போகிறோம். அதுதான் இந்த 4 corners ஸ்டார் கொடுத்து வச்சுருக்காங்க. Next, what are the items that comes under the debit side அப்படின்னு பார்த்தனா, மோஸ்ட்லி நீ என்ன பண்ணுனா ஒரு சைடு இருக்கிற ஐட்டம்ஸை நல்லா மக்கப் பண்ணிக்கோ. மோஸ்ட்லி ஐ வில் சே in the credit side items, just look into interest on capital, salary, commission, profit and loss, appropriations account, bracketல share of profit. இது நம்ம சம் போடும்போது எப்படிலாம் நம்மளுக்கு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணுறோன்னு நான் ஈஸியாக சொல்லித்தரேன். ஸோ டெபிட் சைடில் drawings, interest on drawings and profit and loss appropriation. லாஸ் வந்துச்சுன்னா இங்கே எழுதுவேன், ப்ராஃபிட் வந்துச்சுன்னா இந்த சைடு எழுத போகிறேன், கிரெடிட் சைடில் எழுத போகிறேன். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த மெத்தட் we are going to follow in. Once again I will repeat it. The 4 corners brought down, carry down வருது. உன்னுடைய டெபிட் பேலன்ஸ் எந்த சைடு வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம். அதனால டெபிட் இங்கே இருக்கலாம், இந்த சைடும் இருக்கலாம். அந்த 4 corners ஏதாவது 2 சைடு தான் நீ ஃபில் பண்ண முடியும். கிரெடிட் சைடில் மகப் பண்ணிக்கணும். இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் கேபிட்டல், salary, கமிஷன். உனக்கு ப்ராஃபிட் வந்துச்சுன்னா இந்த சைடு, தட் இஸ் கிரெடிட் சைடு. லாஸ் வந்துச்சுன்னா இந்த சைடு. அப்போ இந்த சைடில் ரெண்டு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் தான் வரும். டிராயிங்ஸு, இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் டிராயிங்ஸ். இன்னொரு ஈஸியாக ஒரு க்ளூ கொடுக்குறேன், கவனிச்சிக்கோ. டெபிட் சைடில் அப்பியர் ஆகுதா? அப்போ இங்கே பாருங்கள், டி. டெபிட் சைடில் அப்பியர் ஆகுது டிராயிங்ஸு, இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் டிராயிங்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் எனக்கு இந்த சைடு அப்பியர் ஆக போகுது. இங்கே கிரெடிட் சைடா? அப்போ இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் கேபிட்டல் மட்டும்தான் எனக்கு அப்பியர் ஆக போகுது. சரியா? திஸ் இஸ் த ஈஸியஸ்ட் மெத்தட். நீ எப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறியோ ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. லாஸ்னா இந்த சைடு, ப்ராஃபிட்னா இந்த சைடு. திஸ் இஸ் த மெத்தட். ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது ஃபிக்ஸட் கேபிட்டலில் தான் நம்ம சம் போட போகிறோம் அப்படின்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு கேபிட்டலை ஆரம்பிக்கணும். ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ், க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து அடிஷ்னல் கேபிட்டல் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்கன்னா இங்கே எழுதணும். அப்போ பேலன்ஸ் நமக்கு வித்ட்ராயல் கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அடிஷ்னல் கேபிட்டல் தான் பேலன்ஸ். அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்து கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட் ஓப்பன் பண்ணும்போது ஏதாவது ஒரு 2 கார்னரில் கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட்டை ஃபில் பண்ணிவிடுவோம். ஏதாவது டெபிட், கிரெடிட் அந்த மாதிரி. மிச்சம் இருக்கிறது டிராயிங்ஸ், இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் டிராயிங்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இந்த சைடு. லாஸ் இந்த சைடு வரப்போகுது. இங்கே இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் ஆன் கேபிட்டல், சேலரி, கமிஷன், ப்ராஃபிட் வந்துச்சுன்னா இந்த மாதிரி எழுதணும். Just make a clue and then write the format. Then you can able to understand easily. So students, what you are going to do means you have to write the chapter's name first and you have to write the remunerations details according to the section. As I said earlier, this information must be written in the classwork. Make it as an important. Learn it while you write it. It's more important. With the section you learn it. Then you start doing the illustration number 1 in the black pen. Next start doing the exercise number 1. Next what you are going to do is about the write the heading as an fixed capital method. Make the heading as a fixed capital method. Under that it is divided A. Make it as an A, partners capital account. B, partners current account. Then you write the format. You are going to use both the side of the page for this format. Write the format, mug up the format clearly, make a clue and then memorize it so it will be easy. When you know the format only, we can able to solve the sum very easily. For solving the sum, we can able to see in the next sessions about this solving the problem. With this, thank you students.